Yes. Yes. All right. We are running. Hi, friends. Doc South here. Yet another episode of Aunt Barb's Magic Oven. This one, number 60 in the book. Kind of a neat one. Borrowed a little bit of a. Well, as I was writing this one, I remembered an episode in Star Trek, and I kind of, well, slightly purloined a little bit of it. At least the critters in the story for this chapter. What were they called? Tribbles, I think, something like that. Oh, I forget. But yeah, the little furry things. Okay. Well, here you go. Let's get cooking. I gave credit to Star Trek for it. Oh yeah, yeah, please. Okay, I don't need to be. I don't. Those guys got phasers. Yeah. What do I got? Right. Okay. The pen is not mightier than the phaser, especially when it's set on tickle. Yeah. That would have been a funny thing in Star Trek if they had, they could set the phaser on all sorts of things. Tickle. What else? Hungry. Yeah. Yeah. Instead of fighting, everyone all of a sudden they got the munchies. Uh, I guess for those, not that I've been sober about 30 years now, but I would think you could probably set it on really stoned. Oh, I can see people having fights. Oh, my heavens. Fist fight. It could be fist fight instead of, dissolving someone. Oh, gosh, slow melt. Wicked Witch of the North. It's a setting where they start to just melt and holler as they form a puddle. Oh, there's so many awful things you could do. Hangover. Yeah, set it on hangover mode, men. we'll, we'll walk right past them. There's the enemy line. Everybody's going, oh, God, what did I do? Why last night? I let those guys go past our lines. God love it, Doc. Oh, I heard some. Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm going to have to write that into a story. The new phaser. The more humane. It could have another one. Let's see, where everything's out of your credit card. Yeah. Oh my, or worse than that. Oh my gosh, your smartphone breaks. Right. Oh yeah. If you don't let us in, we're going to destroy your your smartphones. Ready, men. Okay. Anyway. Okay, well enough. Let's see. Aunt Barb's Magic Oven. Sonny's Floor Show. Let's see. Gabe smiled at Sonny and asked her to show him some of the stuff she bought. Okay, and at that gift shop they're in. Yes. Sonny was all too happy to accommodate him. The cart behind her was full of little live fur balls. They were all different colors and hummed, or maybe it was a kind of purr. Sonny said how these were what she wanted the most. She picked her favorite out of the cart and held it in her palm. She had already named it Kumquat. Sonny carefully put it into Gabe's palm. Sonny still is, always good with animals. And Gabe gave it a pat too. You really couldn't help yourself. It turns out that 6 of the 7 carts Sonny filled contained nothing but these critters. Gabe put little Kumquat back into Sonny's palm as it purred itself silly. Gabe said that he and Sonny, though, had to have a talk. Gabe sat down next to Sonny. He chose his words. Sonny, wasn't there something on one of your television shows back on Earth about this kind of critter? Sonny said that Star Trek had some kind of episode about these little cute furry critters that got on board the Enterprise and started to reproduce. Pretty soon they filled the whole ship with the whole Enterprise with and Captain Kirk went nuts. Sonny seemed to think that the show was from last year's season of episodes. I remembered liking that particular episode as well. You'd have been a pretty hard character not to like it. It was a great story. Gabe continued. Gabe said, when I saw that show myself, I had to think if maybe one of us angels had somehow given the writers the idea. We call these critters trinkles. Cute as they are, we don't use them for cute. You probably got these guys in your horticultural department, right? Sonny shook her head, yes. Gabe went on. He said, well, these little guys are about as harmless as can be. They don't eat much, and even then it's mostly leaves that they like. They don't consume much atmosphere, so when we're trying to set a planet up for hosting life, we use these guys to make soil. They come in quite handy. If we're working on a planet that's mostly rock, all we have to do is sprinkle a few billion of them, a few billion trinkles onto a planet, along with a few billion varied potted plants, and, well, these guys do the rest. Along with, they do the rest. In just a year or two, the planet is covered 50 feet deep in trinkles with lots more on the way. In a century or two, dead trinkles have turned into very good soil. The plants have flourished as well. The planet is ready for the finishing touches to start its evolution. This is what we did for your Earth. After a short million years or so, we got quite a garden growing. Most of the trinkles by then had been devoured by other primitive life forms like dinosaurs and such, and bugs and things. And, well, they leave hardly a trace of their having even been on the planet. And any leftovers, we just pick up and store back here. The big thing is, Sonny and Burgess, these guys really mess up modern civilization. They really don't belong on a place like present-day Earth. Do you see what I mean? Burgess, young as he was, understood. He did wonder out loud if trinkles were good fishing bait. Gabe said, yeah, that they were. Sonny wondered if maybe Kumquat could still come with her if she wasn't pregnant. Gabe told her that trinkles are always pregnant and give birth every 2 Earth days. The offspring tend to have babies in about 24 hours after being born. In 2 days, Kumquat and her kids could fill not only her room but the entire house. Sonny was beaten. She asked if she could maybe just hold Kumquat one last time. Gabe said sure and placed little Kumquat in Sonny's hand. Sonny gave Kumquat, her cute little pal, a little pat on the back, and Kumquat shook for a second or two, and then poof, 2 baby trinkles popped right out of her and onto Sonny's palm. They were kind of gooey, but, well, Sonny didn't mind. She sadly petted the kids too and handed them back to Gabe. Clerks took the carts back to the horticultural aisle, and they had to get an extra shopping cart to hold the baby trinkles that were born just during the time when Gabe and Sonny were talking. Yeah, poor Sonny. Well, okay. Well, that's a wrap for today. I hope you enjoyed, and we got plenty more for you to listen to, and I am enjoying knocking these out for you. So, by all means, tune in tomorrow, or better yet, I guess by the time there's, like I said, 60 of these on the YouTube site. Just go back and take a look. Start with number 1 and work your way up. Have a ball. Okay, I'll see you later. Doc South signing off. Bye now.